Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another video. I'm going to be talking about IShowSpeed, and the reason why I'm not showing this picture because this one actually looks better. I'm going to be explaining, and you guys are going to be wondering whether he'll be cancelled, but this is why I'll be sharing my thoughts so you have a better understanding. From depending based on his reaction and stuff, like they do seem over the top. And I understand where he's getting all these views from because of a lot of the toxicity that he's getting from Twitch, Discord, whatever. From what I understand, he's more of a NBA 2K type of player that goes on several hours. Like, I can't even watch his videos to be real. Playing in front of his fans, reacting, doing funny faces. And honestly, it would not be, I'm not the type of person that says that person deserves to be cancelled. But it would not surprise me because I remember he said some really weird, disturbing stuff. I remember because there's a girl that I followed on Instagram. I think it's Ash Cash? Yes, Ash Cash. And he was talking about if we were the only people in the world and during the apocalypse, whether it's COVID, whatever, he's like, who's gonna stop me? And that was insinuating that he was going to do something inappropriate. So then pretty much Aiden Ross had to remove him. He had a fit, and then even though he apologized, like I think the only reason he was even sorry was because Aiden could not even have him be in the chat. This is like all going along around on Discord. The man, I'm guessing whether the reason why he's behaving the way he is. I think a lot of it has to do with the peer pressure, like, and then he realizes that, like, and this is not me hating on him. I feel like I think that's why he makes him realize that that's what's really gonna get him most of the views. Because if you see this kid's videos at that age, I don't even know if he's 17. Because some people are like get mixed up with his age. People say he's 16, 17, 20, 21. But like, I don't have an issue with the dude. Like, as long the person, like I said, the only time I believe someone deserves to get canceled is whether they're actually going out of their way, stalking people, and trying to dox them, threaten them. But in that case with Ash Cash, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, Ash Cash, he actually went a little overboard, even whether he didn't mean it. He was going over the top, like I said before, and then even though they didn't really take him seriously in the video, I did see that video. But like, I truly think the reason how he even got that fame in the first place was literally because of Aiden Ross, because he's the one who brought him in. And it's crazy, like his subscribers are like over, almost pretty much over around 10 million now. I could be wrong. Could be 7.2 million. Could be 7 million. I feel that's around 10 million though. But I feel like how he even became popular was because of the amount of interactions he had with Aiden Ross, and he was very close. And if you guys don't recall that Aiden Ross, when he started doing YouTube, he actually had connections with LeBron James' son Bronny. I think how was YouTube first started when he first started playing NBA 2K with Bronny on whether it was I don't even play NBA 2K, but it was pretty much online, whatever, like my player mode, whatever you guys do, playing 21, whatever. I don't play, like I said, I don't play NBA like I used to because it's just too overrated, and people are just riding on the hype train because the games now with NBA 2K, I just feel like it's not. I want to wait until there's a better installment. If there's any new version, it just feels the same. If I really want to play NBA, I could just play on the NBA games I currently have on my other consoles. Unless there's anything that I'm missing that I don't know about, then maybe. But I'm not gonna spend $80 in Canadian dollars for that garbage. I'll usually wait until it's like $30 or less. That's when I think it's worth investing. But again, I'm going off topic. Let's get straight to the point. IShowSpeed, he's shown several situations. He's shown several cases where he just pretty much can't control himself, like with his anger, whether he's really angry. He can't really. He has a hard time, but I can tell he has a hard time putting his emotions in check. I don't know what that has to do with his age. Like I said, a lot has to do with the peer pressure, and he realized this is the toxicity is what's helping gain a lot of viewership, fans, all that. But and then it seems like, although yeah, he's been doing all these type of music videos, shirtless. That's to me is that's something I wouldn't want to watch. But I feel like though one of them is like 66 million. So that in a way is helping him, like him being a rapper, him being a song artist. That's also helping carry his career too. But I'm just wondering how much money this kid has, like, and what he's doing with it. Cause I personally I feel like, in my opinion, he may be canceled, he may not. But just imagine what could he possibly be doing with that money? If you think it could be influencing him with the way he's acting right now. I'm not talking about before, I'm talking about with the money. Do you honestly guys think that it's somehow corrupting him? It's making him do awful decisions, say awful things, become like less peaceful, become like irresponsive, become abnormal, anything in particular that I'm missing that just seems off the radar. But like for real, you guys, I think it's for show. Like with judging for like he literally used Monkey Do Luffy as his profile picture. He seems to pretty much take care of it, pretty much know how to handle his own content. He's the one who's actually putting effort in actually trying to make content. Like, let's be real. He actually tries to put some thought. He actually takes the time to listen in and be able to communicate with his viewers. That's pretty much what he's doing. I feel like that's the reason why he's getting a lot of views. Could possibly be that he's communicating with his viewers. But even though whether he has a lot of subscribers, YouTube might pull the plug. That's all. Because personally, because the kid himself, whether it has, I don't, like I said, it's not to do with his age. He can't put his emotions in check because he's letting all that toxicity run to his mind to the point that he feels he doesn't need people telling him what to do, that he's in control, that he wants to be the one that's like running his mouth. He feels he needs to have this entire rage fit because he wants to vent his anger. He wants to press it onto somebody else. He wants to push further. Like what I respect about him is that, like, to be a YouTuber, you have to push, like I'm doing right now. If you see my banner, you have to continue forward. You just have to keep going, regardless whether you are struggling, and you just gotta ignore that. You gotta be able to change that struggle into confidence. I think that's what he's trying to do. But like, I don't know if it's pretty much people are claiming that he's pretty much wanting to seek help, but for real. But it's also, yeah, but to be probably should at the same time, before things get worse, before things get out of hand, should definitely be. I don't want to be disrespectful. I'm not trying to hate on the dude, but maybe there's a time, like maybe YouTube, because of the amount of stress, I can kind of tell this kid's not relieved. He's going through a lot of stress. There are some times where he's gonna have to take a break from YouTube or from some social media, because you can tell by the numbers that they are massive. And I'm not talking about bad numbers. I'm talking about views and supporters. Considering he has all that, he's probably thinking that he has to continue going nonstop. But there are times I feel like this kid really needs to take a break. He definitely has to see maybe some therapy. If he has the money, pretty sure he has the money, but that's up to him. But if he knows that he's going through some shit, he has some issues that he doesn't want to tell his viewers, and then private, that's all his personal private business. He should keep to himself. But if he feels he needs to take some time, let himself be relieved, chill, not have to communicate, and have to go through all that stuff that his viewers are making him go through, his haters, whoever's trying to get him canceled. Like, I feel like personally, like the people who are trying to get him canceled are the ones who are just sick and tired of the stuff that he posts on YouTube or whatever he posts on social media. because he feels like they don't really, they feel like when they look at him, they don't see someone with that kind, they don't really see somebody with talent. They feel like he has really nothing to offer. But if you think about it, the amount of several minutes, the hours that he puts into these videos, that is work. Like, and it's incredible because not, I mean, it may not, it's not the best thing in the world, but it's incredible because just imagine you record for that long, and you just hope your camcorder, your recorder does not eventually, you hope it doesn't stop. You just hope it just continues. And for his camera, for his recording to last so long, shows that he's able to go that far to prove that he's somebody, that he's trying to entertain his viewers, that's what he's trying to show. He wants to be one to entertain his viewers, and I feel that is his whether it's his goal. I think that's what he's trying to prioritize on. He's thinking too much about getting as many minutes, just like Aiden Ross. Although he just probably only does like an hour or two, but if IShowSpeed's willing to, he could do 7 hours. He could do 6. But I personally I would never in my life. But I have to be impressed though. I never in my life could decide to want to do an hour or two video on YouTube. Because for me, it's a waste of time, it's a waste of energy. I got things to do in life, and I'm just saying that. I'm just wondering. He's got family. He's got other people to think about. And you would think, like, maybe is this kid living by himself? Could be, but maybe they realize that maybe his family notices that he has all this time in his hands. That maybe it's the best idea. It's the only, maybe it's a better solution. Maybe that's the only way he can provide. And that if he's willing to do that amount of that work for that kind of period of time, that whether people don't consider that work, YouTube is basically a job if you think about it, because the extended time you have to put and the amount of like thought you have to think about and just be able to speak for your viewers, be able to have a say in everything, just wanting them to hear your opinion, wanting them for you to answer and to respond, so they can figure out what are you thinking about, what is in your mind, what is on your mind. I want you to just let it out. That's what people are trying. I think people are trying to want to know more about IShowSpeed, the kind of person they want to get more details. They want to know more personally about who he is, maybe so they can figure out whether if he's a good person or a bad person. But then people don't want to believe that he's a bad person, because the more they believe he's a good person, is that is reason enough for him to continue making content. But I feel like this is where I think this is going to be very important that I talk about this again. Yes, it's great. Nothing wrong with making content, but there are times you need to actually take a break. And it feels like this kid's overworking himself. And I need to take a break too. I feel like I'm overdoing it myself. But if this continues with his mental state, I don't know. I can't really judge. But I feel like at some point he's going to say something that is very drastic. He's going to do something drastic, whether he's harming himself or harming others. And maybe this will be the last resort. This will be the last time he'll be on social media. And again, I'm just saying this as my thought and my opinion, so that he can avoid this kind of path. I want him to find a good path. I want him to be in the right mindset, so people don't have reason enough to actually cancel him. Because there are people telling me, I've already said this, saw the comments on his channel, people saying, oh, it's the haters that are after him. And whether it is the haters, that there are times you need to also prove them wrong too. That's what I try to do throughout my videos. I don't have to be perfect just to make a point. I try to prove myself. I try to be able to share my word. I try to give my defense by saying that this is what I think. I try to clear things up with the viewers, with the people, saying that this is what I normally do. This is not who I am personally, and I try to provide some type of evidence. Whether it isn't evidence, I try to provide some pointers. I try to make it clear that I'm just simply doing whatever I can to make it out on social media, be something of myself. And some people may not believe that is the case, but IShowSpeed is, I'm gonna end here. He's making something of himself, even though some people may say he's not handling it the right way. At least he's gone to where he is right now, and that's something you have to be impressed about. And to be, I have to be impressed. I'm not, whether to say I'm proud or not. I am proud because I don't know the person. I don't know him personally, but he deserves it. He earned it. And again, some people should be willing to show some respect and should give him some time to relax, treat him for who he is, and then be honored that he's willing to even do videos for you guys. And again, people should understand that YouTube is no joke. Making content, being in my position, being in his shoes, being in anybody's shoes who does several videos is no easy task. Because if you were in that situation, you would quit possibly after 100 videos, and you'd figure, what else can I do? What else? What kind of posts can I make? I figure I'm out of ideas. You know what? I'm just gonna have to take videos, or I just have to quit YouTube and start watching videos and start commenting and judging others. Even though my content is nowhere near close to theirs, I have the right to because it's my opinion. But just because your opinion doesn't mean it's right. And again, IShowSpeed, let him be himself. Again, as long as he's not harassing anybody, he's not doing anything illegal, he's not going his way to put other people's lives at risk, I don't have an issue, and that's reason enough for him to not be canceled. But it all depends later down in his future, in his career, and what he decides to dwell upon, whether he decides to change, or if he decides to do something new, or if he's going to make more improvements. And again, that's his career. I can't decide for him. Like I said, his fate is up towards him, and he knows what's best for himself. And we really don't know him personally. And hopefully, it's also important that he does make sure to take a break, get some help, whether he's going through some shit, if he has issues, and maybe that will eventually clear his mind, and then he can become better than he already is now. And hopefully he has a better, clear mind, thought process, and that he doesn't have to worry about people judging him and putting pressure on him, and then maybe he can eventually become a more stable person, maybe close to Aiden Ross, but probably even more stable. And then looking him up. If you want to look up to someone like him, I think it's best to look up to someone like IShowSpeed. If he's willing to make some changes and realize he can go further and become a better person, and realize he can catch us by surprise. He can prove us wrong, and we realize that, wow, man, like, you caught us by surprise. I'm glad you're doing well. Hopefully you have something better to show that we'll be unsure of, but we appreciate your gratitude. We appreciate your behavior, and hopefully this will be a great positive change. And again, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to check for more upcoming content later in the future. Be sure to check your notifications, comment, like, subscribe. Thank you.